Alright, we're doing something a little different today. Bought this Kubota tractor last year. It was used, an M8200. Been well pleased with it. The air conditioner left a little bit to be desired. The guy I bought it from had went all through it and it would work, but it would only work so good. Wasn't really that comfortable on a really hot day. There was some damage up on the roof, and of some of the air conditioning stuff, it was about $5,000 to replace. So there wasn't no guarantee that was going to fix it. So I looked at some different options, and I seen this online. It's a 12-volt OutEquip, and it's a rooftop air conditioner that a lot of people are using for vans, campers, and I found two different people that had put them in tractors. And so I had watched their videos. They were up north, Colorado, and somewhere else, and we're down in South Georgia. It's hot, muggy, the humidity's terrible. I was out here just a little bit ago and I was pure wet and I wasn't even really doing anything. So it's hot down here. And that was one of my bigger concerns about this system, was how good it would work down here in the deep south. I ain't no expert. Get stuff done sometime. So I bought this unit, and I had a buddy of mine, Wendell, he come and helped me do the install. And there were several things that other people had done, and I had corresponded with them and asked them some questions. But if you look right here, there's a thermometer in there. It was 100 when I got in the tractor a while ago. I drove it up here to the top of the hill, and we've been sitting here for a few minutes, and it's done knocked it down to 80. It's late in the afternoon, the sun's going down, so it ain't like it's in the middle of the day, but it's cooled it down 20 degrees in just a little while. On a really hot day, when it's really hot, it's not going to cool it down that fast, but it'll get the job done. A couple of things on the install. This tractor has a 60 amp alternator, and this unit pulls about 58 amps is what they advertise. So one of the guys had put a 100 amp alternator on his tractor, had to run it with two belts. The belts would slip, so he had to build another contraption, a roller, to put more pressure on the alternator to stop the belt from slipping. And with this configuration on the Kubota, don't know that would have been an option. So where the air conditioner compressor was, that's the bracket. I took all the air conditioning stuff off this tractor, so there was a bracket already there with the pulley, the tightening pulley over there. So I bought a Chevrolet alternator and put it on here, and I used the existing bracket. I spaced it out a little bit to get it forward to line up with the pulley, and I put a bracket right here to support it from this way, and I put a bracket on the back to the other side to keep it steady. So it's good. I run a wire to the battery, but before I got to the battery right here, I put a cutoff switch. So if I ever run it without the air conditioner and I don't want to be putting all that charge back to the battery, I can cut it off. In the south down here, even in the winter time, you have to run the air conditioner unless it's extremely cold. On the air conditioner, there's a positive and negative wire that comes from the air conditioner, and it comes down, and basically you would hook it to the battery. The other guy in the video, he said that his battery would go dead after a period of time when he wasn't using it. And when you hook these wires up to the battery, it would arc and the air conditioner would beep. So I assumed that was something for the remote possibly, because it's got a remote control that you control it with, or you can use the buttons on it. But so anyway, I put another cutoff right here, and this is for a bracket where some of the air conditioning stuff was, and I put another cutoff so whenever I get through using the tractor, I'll cut it off at that cutoff. That way it's not pulling the battery down. Whenever I first hooked it straight to the battery before I put the cutoff, it worked, but during the process of me fooling with it, it got to where it was doing a code 13 error, and it would kick off, then it would come back on, then it would kick off, and couldn't figure out what was going on. Put a heavier duty battery in, and then I realized that I looked up what the code was. It was an electrical problem, but what it was, it's got a setting on it. If you can control how low you let your battery go. If you want it to cut off whenever your battery gets to 12 volts, it'll cut off at 12 volts. And I had it set at 12 or 12.5, I don't know. So I lowered that down to like 9.5, and it hadn't given me that error and hadn't cut off. So that stumped me for a little while, and but that's a protection. Like if you're using this in a camper and you don't want your battery to get down so low, that's what that's for. It's not really an issue with what this is going to be used for. So on the roof of this tractor, I took all the existing roof out, everything out the inside, and I put a 1/2-inch piece of plywood, and I put a piece of Renabond on top to waterproof it. I cut a 9.5 by 14 hole, set it down in there, and they use these long studs for the install. That bracket holds the unit to the roof, and most RVs have a thicker roof. This was only an inch thick, so I used metric bolts off some of my dirt bike parts that was short enough to go in there and hold it. And but anyway, if you want to watch an install, there's a lot of different people that show you how to do the install. But the biggest thing, it works. It's hot down here, it's humid, sweaty, but on the hottest days, you can be in that tractor and you feel great.
What about on a cold day?
On a cold day down here, you'll still be running it because the cab heats up, but if you live up north and need a heater, this unit also does heat up to, I think, 80-something degrees. I think it's adjustable from 62 to 80-something, I think it is. So, but probably won't be using the heat. But anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Be glad to help you any way I can. And let's take a quick look inside. You want to see how everything kind of looks in there. I still got to get my wires attached to the ceiling, but I've had it for probably 3 weeks now, and it's worked great. And just out of curiosity, let's see what this is. It's 74, so it'll cool it down. So anyway, thanks for watching. Good luck if you try this. I don't think you'll be disappointed.